Look here, boy. I think you got a problem where you always me mugging up the face green goblin serving beef, red pop, butter, rocket tea, and knocking, pop a rocket, Molly Kelly.
Hey everyone, so I'm here with VillaNoize. We're just here to learn a little bit more about him as an artist. He's an amazing rapper. He's not just a rapper though, he's a multi-instrumentalist and he does all different types of genres, but that's why I just say overall amazing artist. You gotta get to know
I
him.
appreciate it.
So what area primarily did you reside in like growing up?
So I'll just run through it really quickly. So
Okay.
I was born in San Diego. I moved out to the East Coast, fucking Virginia, like Lovettsville. Lived in Maryland. Lived in West Virginia for a little bit. I've lived in Georgia. And, you know, of course, I primarily reside in Concord, California now.
Wanted to know what age exactly did you find like your passion for music?
When I actually decided that, like, you know, I was like, you know what, let me try what's up with music. I'd say I was 18. I started taking it seriously. I started taking it seriously when I was like 25, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
But like I started playing with the idea, you know, and going out of my way to start working towards it, regardless of that whether or not it was what I wanted to do. I started working towards it when I was 18.
Okay. And what was like the first thing you gravitated towards? Like, was it instrument? Was it vocals? Was it production?
I'd say the first thing I gravitated to technically was vocals because I was 9 years old in my basement with my stepdad. He was sitting there jamming out after work, you know, on the guitar, playing "Heaven Let Your Light Shine Down." And there's one part, just one part. He says, you know, the guitar goes, and then literally the vocals just says, "Yeah," right?
Mm-hmm.
That was I you know, had fun doing just that "yeah" part. So, and that was when I was 9, you know. But the first instrument that I gravitated towards actually was when I was in fourth grade, I believe. And my first instrument was actually saxophone.
Ooh, alto or tenor?
It was alto.
I played alto sax too. That was my job.
That was like my first one, and I was like, okay, but like I gave up on that shit. Like,
were you good on it?
No, I was
No?
terrible. I got told that I was making moose mating calls. That was technically the first instrument I ever, you know, started with.
So when did you pick up the guitar then? Because that's how I met you. You were holding a guitar.
I picked up a guitar seriously when I was 23. When I was 23.
So like when
like
I met
actually,
you.
like just a few months before I met you. Actually. And I picked it up as just like I had no idea what I was doing. I had no idea what I was playing. I literally just went by ear. I was just like, okay, this sounds good, and pieced things together, and you know what I'm saying, and just kind of like learned the instrument, I guess, by playing it. And that's, you know, and I didn't really know anything about what I was playing, but I played literally just as a form of stress relief because I was homeless at the time.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A few months before I met you, I was homeless. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. So what led you there?
Well, because my my financial aid funding got cut from the school because the professor, the chairman of the music department, dropped me from the class because he didn't like me. His exact words. Like literally he said, I because I don't like you. That's his exact words. And so that dropped me from a full-time student to a part-time student, causing my financial aid to take a substantial cut. When I told my roommate at the time, he was not okay with it, and I had to go find somewhere to be. And
in California, you really can't find many places to be.
So I ended up staying in a van with a random stranger, pretty much.
Really?
Yep.
Wow. And what helped you get out of the situation?
Because I had actually started talking to an ex again. And she was like, and she wanted to come down to LA. And I was like, yeah, well, if you want to do that, I'm trying to fucking, I'd love to get out of this van. So, let me know. And so, that's when, then that's when I moved into that apartment. And, yeah. And then I started working for a spot, that I was delivering weed in your area.
Yeah.
And that's how I met you.
That's how we met.
That led you up to me.
That's right. Wow. I've never known any of this. I've known you so many years and I didn't know this. Wow.
Okay, you ask questions.
I do ask a lot of questions. Yeah.
If you ask the question,
but thank you for being so open. Like, you're being really honest, and that really fucking sucks because, okay, so I remember we kind of were talking about how you dropped out of high school, and so you weren't really on the path to college just yet until you got your GED. So when did you get into this music program?
Actually, when me and my pops had an issue, or not really, yeah, me and my pops had an issue. His wife decided that I needed to leave. And then I had a friend in LA. He was like, yo, bro, come stay with me, go to school. Like, I bet. I didn't have a better option. And so he gave me my homie Eddie Diaz. Fucking big shout out, Eddie. I fucking love that dude. But fucking Eddie gave me a spot. He's like, yo, go to school. So that's why I rolled in school. And I started going.
So since you were saying that you pretty much started taking music more serious when you were about like 23, 24. Did you have a person that like influenced you to kind of make that switch, or was it just something that you saw in yourself?
So check it. This is like when I moved out to California, right? I was like, I had already started, I was in bands first. Before I started, doing rap, I was in bands. I've always been a rapper in the sense that, I started freestyling when I was in jail. That's when I learned to freestyle.
Okay.
And like straight up, that was like when I learned to freestyle. My first kid in rap name. Bless the soul, Carolina. I love that motherfucker. He sat there and said, cool white.
And he taught you how to freestyle?
No. He was just the first person to give me a name. The people who taught me how to freestyle were Jeremiah and Lamaris Demetrius Riley Jr. I remember that motherfucker's name. I don't know why.
That's a long ass name. Very memorable, though.
Hey, like I hope that he sees this one day, because like if it wasn't for him and Jeremiah, like I would have never started rapping. I was in lockdown with them after I had to fight with somebody, and they were like, yeah, you should start rapping. You already beatbox, you know what I'm saying? You already grind and shit like that. So like, I'm like, bro, like, I'm sorry. What? And they're like, so what, Eminem? And I'm like, Eminem's not white. And they're
Is he not white?
Like, they're like, yeah, because I mean, this was like 2008. You know what I'm saying?
But wouldn't okay, little tangent. But when you think about white rapper, automatically think about Eminem.
But yeah, of course, right?
But wouldn't it be great if we had another set of white rappers? Like now we got what, Jack Harlow.
Man,
I think about him.
No,
we got
white rappers are in the game. Like they're not in the game like that, but they're they have a name in there. You know what I'm saying? And like the thing is, I don't like the term white rapper personally.
Yeah.
I don't. I actually really dislike it. If you're gonna call me a rapper, first off, I don't like being called a rapper either.
Right. You're more of a vocalist, artist. Yeah.
I'm a musician.
Yeah.
That's what I prefer. I'm a musician.
Because you don't just rap.
No, I'm a musician. I play instruments. I write. I rap. I sing. I scream. You know what I'm saying? I'm an engineer. You know what I'm saying? I'm mix master. You know what I'm saying? I'm great. I'm a vocal coach. You know what I'm saying? Like I wear many hats, and this is all, and it all benefits me musically in my career. You know what I'm saying? The way I look at it.
Yeah.
So,
I get that.
me playing guitar. That's what how I met you. You know
yeah.
I was going to the Guitar Center without, you know what I'm saying, without needing a guitar. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm a musician. I'm a performing artist.
I get what you're saying though. When someone initially just deems you, oh, he's a white rapper, it's like it almost discredits the rapper part.
Right.
You know what I mean? Which is, I guess it's just because it's an anomaly. It's just not it's very rare to see.
Right.
But what I think is different from you, because I feel like everyone immediately, white rapper, they think of Eminem. You're completely different. Completely different
Like,
from
the thing is,
Eminem.
I'm not just a rapper. I don't just
Because you're
do
not
rap.
just
I
a rapper.
have a lot of stuff where I'm literally just singing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I'm a singer too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a screamer. I've got a few songs where I literally just scream the whole way through. You know, like I said, Lil Fuck. You know what I'm saying? Sean White. Like, you find that up on SoundCloud. That's a treat for you.
Yeah. I just feel like because I guess the two things are true. You rap and you're also white, but there is something that about you that just gives this authenticity to your story. You know what I mean? Like, you're truly you. One, you're not like putting on this facade when you rap. Like, you don't have like, you know how some people have that code switching thing?
As long as you've known me, I'm still the same way as like as when
For
you knew me back
real.
then.
Yes,
like, I'm
you
a little
are.
more confident in who I am now. Like, if anything, I'm just a
Yeah.
little more confident and I'm a little more calm. Like, a little more. Like, not very much, but a little more.
But I think it's something, maybe just because we've been friends for so long that like, that's just, I know you. You know what I mean? You're not putting on some type of appearance. You know what I mean? When you get off the stage, they'll be very surprised to know that's still you. Like, your talking voice, your rapping voice, very similar.
Yeah, it is a little bit on. Unless I put my Tupac on, you know what I'm saying? I do that sometimes.
But I will say, like, your music, it's, you got a lot. You got a lot of music. You got a lot of varieties. I will say you're probably one of the artists I know that really can make music for just about everyone. But you're going to switch it up in one album. So you might be hearing him sing on one song and serenading you like to an R&B track. And then you turn on the next song and this dude's talking about being a DILF. You might turn the next song and it's a whole hypey type beat.
I'm not doing that anymore.
You're not doing that hype?
No, I'm not going to be doing it that way anymore.
Why?
So,
I like that.
No, see, from now on, I'm just going to be putting out like several different projects.
Oh, I see what you mean. You want to make it more consistent within the project.
Exactly. I want to make sure people like, so they know what's like, they're going to get, you know, something consistent so that they can vibe out through the whole way and just be like, okay, bet this is like fucking nothing but like bangers. Or this is nothing but sweet songs. Like, this is like, I can like, you know, I can make a baby to this entire tape. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing it to where I'm going to be releasing a lot more singles too.
I see. You know yes, that seems to be the way.
Like, I mean, that's something I haven't done. I've done a lot of projects.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And now I'm going to start breaking into the singles game, like where I'm just going to be dropping single after single after single after single. I'm going to be dropping at least 50 this year.
So then what do you think you're going to do after you drop all the singles, make it into a compilation and put it on like an album?
Oh, no. Those singles are going to be pieces of projects that are also be dropping here and there.
Ah, I see. Okay.
Single project, single project. And like those singles won't necessarily be on the project. A bunch of those singles will just be singles.
Yeah. Okay.
But like I'll have one single or like two singles from the project, you know, that I drop, you know, as teasers to the project, of course, you know what I'm saying? Recording in progress.
The way it says it. I think I just finally figured out how to do a side-by-side view, and I feel so elementary about it. Like, of course, Bree. So, biggest question I have for you. You're starting an alliance of artists.
An alliance of artists. That's a nice one.
I like to call it a collective, if you will. But
no, that's more appropriate. That's more
yes,
true to what it is.
yes, called
Sort of
House of
movement.
Noize. Yeah, it's a movement. So can you tell me a little bit more about the artists that you have currently in House of Noize? And then what can we expect from you guys?
Okay, so first off, I just want to say our mission statement, because like this is like kind of like a nice representation of what we're about. You know what I'm saying? Just it makes it super simple, and I think it's important. House of Noize is about making art, making moves, and making a difference by doing it different.
Mm-hmm.
That is that is what our goal is. You know what I'm saying? So when we move, like we sit there and have purpose behind it. You know what I'm saying? So House of Noize, we've got Thumper Gotti, Amadeus, Cinna Sanho, we've got Out the Way Jay, we've got a graphic artists, you know what I'm saying, Raul Medina and Milo.
Milo, okay.
Yeah, and Milo. Fucking love Milo. He's actually our newest our newest officially vetted member.
Okay.
Because all of our guys got to go through, a vetting process, saying to be a part of House of Noize. So anyways.
So what's the vetting process?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't just let anybody in just like that, you know what I'm saying? You you have to show, some kind of effort. You have to be about something. You have to move differently. You have to be about what we're about, you know what I'm saying? Be on the same page. So anyways, yeah, what you can expect from House of Noize is a lot of music, a lot of graphic art. We're going to be getting into interviews. We've got a podcast that's been being worked on.
Nice.
We've got like what's called. We're going to be doing a lot of live events. Mm-hmm. We're going to be showing our faces to a lot of events as well. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be showing a lot of love to local movements that are coming up. For instance, Southwest Sundays I'm going to go do a performance for them on Sunday, February 26th. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do a little 4-song set down there, and that's a come up show. You know what I'm saying? Like these are these small shows. We're trying to bring back local music. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We want to bring back live music. You know what I'm saying? It took a huge hit from COVID. You know what I'm saying? And it's one that's like been really hard to recover from, especially for a lot of these live venues. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what we're about. We're trying to make a difference. We're trying to sit there and benefit communities, benefit artists, and bring quality, bring quality entertainment.
Yeah, I get that. I like that. Yeah. So do you think you guys kind of feed off of each other's energy, and that's pretty much why you guys have that vetting process? It's like, got to make sure that you're also bringing it, because then you have one slacker, and
you're only as strong as your weakest link.
Right. That's good.
You know what I'm saying? While we play to our strengths, you know what I'm saying, we work on our weaknesses, and we try to hold each other accountable to try to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, so at the end of the day, when we're moving like that, saying we're trying to help ourselves, also looking at each other, saying, trying to help each other out, saying sharpen, steel sharpens steel. We look out for each other, and, saying we try to, we hold each other accountable for our weaknesses, and that's the way we, build.
Mm-hmm,
you know what I'm saying? It builds a family, you know what I'm saying? And that's, once you're part of the family, you're a part of the family.
Yeah, I think that's amazing that you pioneered that, and you were able to bring so many creative people together, especially Amadeus. Like, every time you would send me a track,
I love Amadeus.
Coincidence or not, I'd be like, "Hey, who's that on this verse? Oh, it's Amadeus." Yep. And I'm like, "Damn, he did it again!" Like,
no,
this guy
he goes hard.
Man, like, he's got this real sultry type voice, perfect for R&B.
Man, like,
he not really like the same tone as The Weeknd, but just like vibe, just general,
vibes,
like he can say some real sly stuff and get away with it, because like the way he delivers it, it's really amazing. He's really good.
No, this has got a beautiful voice, like, you know what I'm saying? I've had the pleasure of, like, watching him grow, and and coaching him, and giving him advice here and there, and had the pleasure of like working with him, and and he's even helped me grow, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's like he's always pushed me to, to be better. You know what I'm saying? Fucking, and it's just like, that's why I think when we work so well together, you know what I'm saying? We have a different vibe when we work together. Like that fool, he's very versatile in in his styles.
Yeah.
So
do you produce him as well, or
you know what? He does a lot of self-production.
Okay.
I love producing this shit. Don't get me wrong. I don't produce all of it though. Like, you know what I'm saying? I produce some stuff, but not all of it. He does a lot of his production himself. You know, he's been working his ass off, and he's been improving a lot. As a producer.
Yeah, I like him. He's really cool. I may have to try to get an interview with him next.
Yeah, I
want to pick his brain about some things. But I did want to ask, you've been doing so many performances, and lately you just performed, like recently you performed at a rave.
Yeah, a little, what's called a little local rave. Yeah.
Yeah. So wanted to know a little bit more about
I've got some pictures and some video from that.
I'm gonna need that because I still wanted to see that.
My bad. I know. My bad. I was slacking on it.
It's okay. It's okay. The friendship is there, so I'm understanding naturally. But yeah, I definitely want to, just because we're so far away. I've been in Japan for so long. I want to see your live performances. I want to see more videos of you performing live, because I already know, like, you definitely can bring the energy.
Oh no, like, and that's the thing, like, I've got a lot of plans for, I'm looking at 420 shows. I'm looking at shows before 420. Like, I've got a bunch of stuff coming through that, I've been really pushing hard to try to get some shows together. I'm gonna be I'm gonna be doing some freestyle videos here in a little while. Actually, maybe tomorrow.
Okay.
And so that way I can try to get on Bars on Wheels.
I don't think I've heard of this.
You should check them out. Bars on Wheels is dope. They're starting a whole ass movement, and I really fuck with them. My boy Vinny Shoots has been fucking with them for the longest. Like, he's like one of their first people who got on their shit, and like they've been picking up movement. They've been picking up momentum like really quickly. They're doing their shit right. They're moving right.
All right, I gotta look into that. So I wanted to know a little bit more about, like, your regular venues, like some of your favorite venues to perform at, and then is there a regular spot most people can catch you?
So my favorite spot, like, that I've probably performed a million times at, is Complex Oakland. And that is like 420 Broadway. That's the address, 420 Broadway. And I'm like, yes. Like, so anyways, the Complex Oakland, that's like my favorite one. But I'm gonna be throwing a lot of shows out here in Concord, actually, at the Oddfellows Lodge. Excuse me, sorry, out on Cal Road. So I'm gonna be throwing some shows out there.
Okay, nice.
So,
and then any dream venues you're looking to perform at? Maybe got some goals for this year or next year?
I really want to perform at the Shoreline Amphitheater. If I could get out to the East Coast, I really want to perform at the Jackson Landing. The Jacksonville Landing. And for LA, I really want to hit the Palladium.
Yeah.
And then in
the Forum too. Inglewood.
And
it's next to the SoFi Stadium. Just built. It might have been yeah. Oh, Echoplex.
I would have hit the Echoplex.
Yeah.
I would have hit the Echoplex. That'd be like one of those ones, like, yeah, you can, if you hit that shit, you're on your way out. That's for sure.
Yeah, and of course the whiskey.
Whiskey's a classic.
Yeah, especially because you love so much metal.
I'm working on some band shit too, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a band. I want to learn how to scream. I also want to learn how to growl, but yeah.
No, you don't.
I do.
Because then you get addicted to it.
The only thing I'm afraid of is, like, it's gonna ruin my voice, like my regular singing voice. It might a little bit. That's the only thing that kind of holds me back. Like, I barely know how to sing. Like, I'm barely
I don't want to
ruin that.
I barely got it now.
I barely got it. But then also alternatively, I kind of feel like because I'm not like such a trained vocalist, this is the perfect opportunity to learn how to like scream and growl, and then just redefine my singing voice.
Learn how to sing first.
Yeah, okay.
I would say learn how to sing first.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I stripped myself of potential high notes by screaming incorrectly for the first years of my vocal.
You drink a gallon a day?
I try to.
You're lucky. I don't know what it is. I've been dehydrating myself recently. I've not been drinking the water, but maybe it's because I stopped smoking. Like no cotton mouth.
Hey, I tell you what though, like you piss a lot.
Yeah, I know. That's also another thing that hinders
That's
me. I'm like, I don't like to have to keep
thing
going to the bathroom. But that's also good because you're just like flushing out your liver. And, yeah.
And I work out, so you know what I'm saying. It's like it's important to stay hydrated, especially it's like keeping your oil. It's like if you had fresh oil running through your car the whole time, it was always fresh oil. It was never recycled. It was just always fresh oil being in your car.
That's a good way to look at it. Thank you. That's actually what I needed. All right, I'm going to end the interview on one last question. I think the most important question yet, and I feel like you're going to be able to provide the best insight. So, what's the most important piece of advice that you would give to someone who's wanting to start a career in music? Not just as a hobby, but like, they're like, hey, I'm serious about this.
Do your research. Do your homework. Make sure that when you drop hot. You have a bunch of promotion that leads up to it. Build a buzz, and then after you drop, make sure you stay consistent. Stay consistent. Keep material coming. Do not let your crowd get bored.
That's good. That's some good advice. That's really solid. Thank you.
Oh, and be confident.
Yeah. Yeah, own it. Only you can do you. So how can you be wrong?
All right, so do it to the fullest.
Yeah, for real. That's
be fearless to be you.
Thank you guys so much for watching the video this long. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to get to know VillaNoize. Please stream his music. Check him out on all platforms. I will have links below. Check out House of Noize as well. See what they're going to be up to. It's going to be a great collection of artists. So thank you for your time today or tonight.
Much love, y'all.
All right, bye.